2019 is the year of portable lighting, with almost every other major lighting company either expanding or stepping up their portable lighting lineup. But there's always the ones who bring something different to the table. And this time it's Spiffygear, which is popularly known for its modular lighting kit, the Specular. This is Neeraj from TechieTechTech, and let's jump in. Back at NAB 2019, UD from Spiffygear gave us a preview about the wearable light, Luimee. Back then, some of the details like pricing were not disclosed, but now that they're out in the market and I was lucky enough to get my hands on a Luimee, more precisely, I was lucky enough to get a Luimee on my hand. Remember those 90s folding rulers that folded when you threw them on your wrist? Now imagine somebody put an LED strip on it. So it's basically a light bracelet with features that make it probably one of the most versatile and portable of lights. The Luimee comes in two variants, that is the bicolor and the RGB one. In terms of looks, both look exactly the same. And in this video we'll be testing out both the variants. The bicolor and RGB Luimee have the exact same packaging except for the box colors to distinguish between them. Moreover, you get the same accessories in the box too. The build quality of the Luimee is pretty good, made out of flexible metal frame covered in a thick and high quality rubber that gives it a bold look. In short, the moment you touch the bracelet, you'll know it's quality stuff. Let's jump to the design. Starting from the top, there's a mounting hole followed by the LED strip and a splash proof covering. Moving down, there are two flat square cubes that contain the battery and adapters or controllers. Then there are three control buttons, and on the bottom you'll see the micro USB charging port with an indicator LED. Honestly, I have to give it to the guys at Spiffygear for the attention to detail on this small light. Let's talk about the features. In terms of brightness, both the Luimees have 4 levels of brightness. In fact, I also tested the accuracy using a light meter app. To know more about those tests, you can head over to the link in description to my blog post. Moving on to the color temperatures, the color temperature range for the bicolor Luimee is 2700 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin with a CRI of 95. As for the RGB Luimee, it features the 3 primary colors which are accessible by a dedicated button. What makes things more interesting is once you're in a primary color, you can change the hue of the color by pressing the secondary colors button. Each primary color has 4 different hue variations, so that gives you a total of 15 different colors at your wrist. Let's talk about splash proof. Spiffygear claims that the Luimee is splash proof. Although no ratings or certification has been attributed to the lit bracelets, I did try out these in mild rains. They performed very decently. One thing that you need to take care of is the charging port cover. It gets a bit slack if you charge it continuously. Just make sure that the charging ports are covered whenever you take them out. Both the Luimees have different effects. Let's talk about the bicolor Luimee effects. The first one is the breathing lights. It's basically a simple fade in fade out effect. And the second one is the candle effect. The third one is the red carpet. So basically it's just a paparazzi mode. Fourth is the stroboscopic effect. Honestly, I love these effects in the RGB one. First is the cop light. Second is the fire effect. It's not that realistic, but it still gets the job done if you place it right. Third one is the rainbow fade effect, and the other one includes a TV and a fireworks. I mean, it's something. Let's talk battery life. Both the Luimees are quite similar in terms of battery life. I used the Quasar Science QLED's turbocharging adapters to charge these Luimees. Honestly, they're pretty fast, and it took me 75 minutes to charge from 0 to 100. Spiffygear claims the following when it comes to runtime. The bicolor Luimee can run up to 4 hours at level 1 of brightness and up to 1 hour at level 4 brightness. those numbers are quite similar to the RGB ones, but when I actually put it to test, the bicolor one lasted a bit longer. One thing that I would like to add is that it doesn't overheat, and that's a plus one in my opinion, as during my test I avoided throughout the whole movie, not in a movie hall, I'm not a monster, and it didn't overheat. Let's talk about the light quality. I shot some footages using the Lumies only, so have a look at them. Compatibility. Now, this is probably one of the best part of owning a Lumie. Firstly, it's rollable. Not only on your wrist, but you can roll this light on a light stand or a boom pole. And what makes this even better is the inbuilt magnet strips. Hence, it's easier to mount vertically on any metal based accessories. For example, you can easily mount it on a light stand, so this opens up a whole new world of mounting opportunities for gappers. You do get a metal coin with 3M adhesive on the other end to help you mount it on different spots. And the mounting possibilities are endless when it comes to small spaces. I've used both the Aperture Amaron ALM9 and the Litra Pro, but the beaming angle and mounting issues are something that makes them kind of unusable in some spots. That's where the Lumie rolls ahead of them. Let's talk about price. The Lumies are priced at $45 each. You can learn more about the pricing from the link in description. It's an affiliate link, yeah. I'll be dividing the conclusion in two sections. That is, one is for professionals and one is for casual users. Now, a casual user would include somebody who's looking for a light for the sole purpose of illumination and portability. This could include a vlogger, a camper, or people who just take selfies in poorly lit areas, as shown in their commercial, or somebody who just bought it for fun and utility purposes. Now, moving on to the professionals. Professionals would include photographers, filmmakers, gaffers, or anybody who has to do anything which involves cameras and lighting. As a camera enthusiast, I would recommend you to order these right away. It might seem like a gimmick in the first place, but trust me, after you start using these on sets, you'll be like, glad I bought these. And you'll probably end up using these in most of your shoots. If you have any questions or queries, do let me know in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer your queries. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one.